that great stretch where you win those games against ranked teams in California, but inconsistent at other times. What do you think of where you are right now? Did you think you'd be here in this position in the Sweet 16?
Well, you kind of always script it that way, don't you? And it's been a terrific run here at the end, and as we've, the message I've sent all throughout the year, regardless of the great wins or the really disappointing losses, is to be able to play our best when it counts the most, which is at the end of the year. So we've been able to kind of put together a nice run here. I think emotionally the kids are in a much better place. We're at the point there in the season at the end where we kind of just were really running on empty, and I think that reflected in how we played. So we've been able to kind of refill the tank and get re-energized, and I think that really played into how we played last weekend.
You're taking on a Washington team that you lost to twice this season. What makes the Huskies so challenging?
Well, they're really good, and they've been better than we have. We're very similar in regards to personnel, but they've been able to play better when it counts the most. And towards every set, we've lost a lot of due sets, a lot of very close games. It's been great that we've just been able to get to this level right now. The round of 16 has been a long time. Playing a tough Washington team is a tough draw for us.
Do you use a different strategy, or is it more just a matter of execution when you play them a third time?
Well, you kind of just hope for the best right now. I thought it was a very emotional win for us to get to 16. I'm a little worried about whether or not we have a lot left for them. So we'll just go in and be our best as we can be.
But you guys aren't just happy to be here, though, in the Sweet 16, though, are you?
No, I think that you're certainly happy to be here, but the plan is that you continue on and play well. But it's been a while. I like what their team is. I like where we're at. But it's a tough draw with Washington because of the past history with us.
I actually did a double take when I saw that, reminding myself that the last time you guys were in, it's been over 10 years, 11 years.
Right.
2005. For you, the time period between then and now, what has that been like?
Well, the landscape has changed dramatically, and just the media requirements now with ESPN filming everything, and the pomp and circumstances that go with round 16, very much like the Final Four when we were in 2001. With the media and the immediate internet connections and the social stuff that's out there, there's a lot more distraction that go with being in this round, which weren't there when I was there in 2005. And so there's a lot more things going on, and I'm on a steep learning curve right now, like the players.
Is Schwann, Jones, and Scambray about the toughest trio that you've faced?
They're just so good, complete, mentally strong, and they're very different than the Michigan State team that we just played. They play with great confidence and have a great nuance to their game, and so it's going to be an interesting matchup for us. And obviously the hope is that we play a little bit better than we had the last two meetings.
Any chance maybe you guys can kind of play with house's money a little bit and take on a Washington team that might be looking ahead to Nebraska?
Well, you can always hope that. What I think one of Washington's greatest strength is their mental capacity, their mindset. As I told the players in our meeting today, is that they're so good when it comes to at the end of matches. They play the same. Doesn't matter where they are in the set. They don't matter where they are in the match. They're always so good at the end of every single set. And so, if you're going to beat them, you're going to have to beat them. You have to beat them because they're not going to beat themselves.
The match against Michigan State, the Spartans took the first set pretty easily. What did you tell them after that to get your team back in?
That's probably not able to say that publicly on the air, but I called the timeout at 2-0 in the second game. I was so upset. But fortunately they responded, and we were able to go on and win the next two sets and dropped a really disappointing fourth one. But it was a terrific win for us. Like I said, it's been a long time since we've been at this position, and now it's how much further can we extend the season.
And what did you think about your team's composure in the fifth set in that match?
Especially after losing a very disappointing fourth game, I thought I was really proud of how we handled that. Yeah, really, really good. And we were pretty emotional after that game, and I get a little worried about that when you get too much emotion after one particular win. So hopefully we can carry that over into our match against Washington on Friday.
And what do you think ended up being the difference in that match that got you guys over the hump against Michigan State?
Well, I thought our kids really performed well after the first match, after the first set, losing that. And I think that our serving really picked up, and that was the difference. We were able to serve a little bit better, which made our block more effective, and our offense was terrific. Kendra and Calais were as good as they've been all year long. Thanks, you guys. I appreciate
Thanks.
it.